Hey everybody, welcome in. I am Arctic Arts, game developer and streamer. Today we're going to be reacting to Let's Game It Out, who I always enjoy for their madness. It was recommended to me to watch their Satisfactory video because apparently it's particularly insane. If you guys have any other recommendations, my kind of new thing I want to be doing a bunch of is reacting to a bunch of people breaking games in funny and interesting ways. So if you have any suggestions for that, let me know. Anyway, let's start, shall we?
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. Yeehaw! It's time for Satisfactory. The game is officially out after many years in early
Yee-hoo! Officially, it's been out for a while, so this must be
access, which means it's time for us to jump back in and see what new wild stuff we can do.
Although, to be fair, if it was early access, early access can sometimes last an eternity. How long? Like 7 days? It was in early access for like 10 years or something?
My save game still works, by the way. The same save game I've been using for the last 5 years. But a lot has changed since the game first started, and nothing is more telling than looking at our unlocks. Like, at some point, this whole menu got confused. Some stuff is...
So, for context, I have made a game that's on Steam currently. Papa! Love Hotel Manager. And I intentionally made it so you could clip furniture into itself so people could make like weird amalgamations and kind of like extend things. It just made me think of like how he's merged everything together in insane ways. I feel like having that flexibility gives people more opportunity to have fun.
Updated, some stuff isn't. I can't even tell what's new and what's not anymore. So for that reason, we're gonna leave all this behind and dive into a brand new world. Hey, speaking of diving in, you ever thought about diving into a new browser? What about Opera GX, the browser for gamers? You ever just want to have a little more fun with your web browser? Because with Opera GX and the GX mods, you can. Over in the GX store, you can choose from a huge amount of official and user-made mods, including the Let's Game It Out mod and change your background music. Keyboard
now
clicks.
I want my own browser background.
Open and closing tab sounds.
Hey there, it's Josh.
A dedicated wallpaper, different themes and colors, and you can mix and match to your heart's content. Finally, you can use the LGIO mod and have my voice obnoxiously talking when you open a new tab, while you enjoy this tapestry of medieval goodness, but with some lo-fi in the background. Sounds good to you. Use my link in the description and start Opera GXing for free.
I like the idea of this browser. I'm kind of curious. I know I'm engaging in the ad, but it's just kind of neat. It seemed like it was like pretty heavy on just the stuff. It felt sort of invasive. I don't know. I like its simplicity is best for me. It is cool that you can do all that stuff though.
Today, and thanks again to them for sponsoring. And now let's see how things are going over, and hey, no, wait, pay attention. Well, that was great. Yes, everything looks good outside. I am very excited about what I am seeing. What awaits us this time, only time will tell. Okay, let's get out there, see what's going on. Oh, and can't forget our all-purpose doohickey
so you just that I lovingly fondle
with my thumb. Okay, first things first. You, drop pod. Let us deconstruct.
Reminds me a lot of, Subnautica, actually.
Instruct you for parts. And the next thing up is we need to do a scan for the Satisfactory building blocks of life iron ore. Where are you? Show me. And we'll see up here on our little radar where it is. Target acquired. Really pretty, let's go take a gander. The game's also prompting me to pick up leaves along the way, which is excellent.
Shockingly, I've never actually played this game. I have a lot of friends who are really into stuff. I'm only really familiar with Factorio, to be honest, because I have a friend who's got like a crippling addiction.
Because we got these excessive little grabby hands that'll just suction up anything we get close to. And don't worry, you take as much as you
Average
can.
Child,
go ahead and be greedy. Oh, and there's our target now. A place to get some iron ore. Well, let's hop on down there.
Brief game dev thought. It is very difficult to make harvesting not look weird. You know what I mean? Like when you're either picking stuff up and having the items sort of disappear, or chopping wood or something like that. It's very difficult and requires probably a lot of resources to make it not look kind of like cartoony and gamey. I'm not sure if anyone's really done it. I think maybe like the forest kind of did it where the tree actually falls down. I don't know. I'd be curious if people know any examples of that. Bit of a challenge.
Hey, you, get away from that. I have a stun prod for such an occasion. In fact, even though it's walking away from it, I need a beauty bubble. Get out of here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that'll teach it. Anyway, back over to this. All we really need to do is
be nice to the freak of nature.
approach it cautiously but optimistically.
Although, I guess on this planet, we're the freaks, huh?
Hold down E to do a little mining. And after a couple of quick taps, victory is ours. Truly, we are conquerors. There is more where that came from, though. We can just keep on hitting this thing. And really, why wouldn't you? And now we have in our inventory all the things we need for right now. Leaves, wood, and finally iron, which we're going to use to build the hub, the heart of your factory.
The hub? I already know of an orange hub that has been built, and I don't think I could talk about it on a stream. Is it bad I'd be tempted to build a zoo? Has anyone built a zoo in this? I feel like I would be more interested in trapping in the creatures around my factory.
Let's see.
I guess Pow World did it where the creatures are your factory.
Where do we want to put this? It would make sense for us to put it somewhere accessible, but we don't normally do that, so I'm not going to start now. I am a big fan if we can make this work, which doesn't seem to want to be the case. But hang on, maybe I just need to go up there first. I mean, if there can be grass, surely there can be a base, right? Sadly, apparently not.
Hear me out. As a dev, I understand, like, you want to restrict things, for, I guess, some sort of grounded semi-realism, I guess. Personally, I love being able to clip things. Whenever I build structures in games like this, usually I tend to build into the environment. I think that makes it the most interesting than just like putting it down on itself. Whether it's like Minecraft or even Fallout, things like that, when I was building shelters and things. I love finding landmarks and like fusing my base into that. So I like the idea of having absolute flexibility. Just build anywhere. Don't restrict me. Just let me build stupid if I want to. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know where you guys feel on that, but that's my preference personally.
I can't seem to find a place where it'll let me do it. We did, however, find one of these guys. Look at that. It's a power. Oh, no. Well, it was good while it lasted. All right, fine. We'll put it on top of this nice puddle.
Take a shot every time he breaks his legs.
And also kind of naked. Where's the roof and stuff? And where am I hearing this mewing noise? What is that and where is...
pretty little area.
Hello. Oh yeah, I forgot all about this. These are supposed to be spiders, but I turned on arachnophobia mode, and so your visor in-game overlays a cat face on top of it. How's that for sweet in-game lore? Anyway, whatever, doesn't mean we're not going to come over here and smack it. Well, hopefully that takes care of that little problem. You know, I don't think it's going to. Something tells me there's more cats down here. Oh, good. There's another one. Quietly hiding from us. Well, no time like the present. Come here. Okay, much better. So we got two components to this thing. We got the crafting bench, where we can handcraft stuff like iron ingots, where we just push the big old craft button and watch the magic happen. One beautiful ingot at a time. And then over here we have the hub terminal, which we can open up, select a tier, in this case tier 0. Choose the next milestone we're going to work on. Bask in the amazing...
Considering the spoiler, well, not spoilers, but the showing of his other video stuff that he's built so far, I'm concerned. I have a feeling this is gonna get pretty insane pretty quick. Right now, it's like, oh, it's nice, chill, you know, just building, just doing some stuff. But I feel like I'm in the early stages of what is about to be game engine abuse.
Unlocks we get, then we select the milestone, and it sits here and demands stuff from us. Normal. In this case, whatever this is. Iron rods, which we make by taking iron ingots and turning them into rods. You know, kind of like going over to the crafting bench, heading on over to the side, selecting iron rod, and then craft a whole bunch of those. And then we drag what we need over there. Then it's like hub upgrade ready to upgrade the hub. I'm sorry, I just don't understand. Could you say upgrade and hub one more time? Oh, hey, and you did. Thank you. It's also clear to me now. Okay, we did it. And for our troubles, we now have a frame, and that's how it goes. Now we can do hub upgrade 2, just like the first upgrade, which gave us an equipment workshop, portable miner, and another hand equipment slot. Hub upgrade 2 gives us stuff like a smelter, power line, copper.
I imagine at some point there's like auto crafting systems and things like that.
For ingot, wire, cable, and another thing we can scan. What a deal. And now they need more stuff. In this case, iron rods and iron plates. No problem. We'll just go ahead and craft these. And then once that's done, upgrade again. And then watch as more stuff appears. Oh my goodness, now there's a room. And it's under construction. Just like my GeoCities page. Oh, and also a chest for like hiding stuff in an organized manner. That's kind of what containers are, right? And what might this other room be? Ooh, empty. Cool. How full of possibilities. I hope something exciting happens with my crying corner, and we'll know when we do hub upgrade 3, which incorporates not just
every building needs a crying corner,
plates and rods, but also something new. It's wire made from copper, which now we need to go find. No problem, that's what scanning.
I recommend abandoned buildings.
For. Come here, copper ore, where are you? Excellent. Only 195 miles away. I mean meters.
Oh my
mile
God.
meters. Whatever. What do I look
Can
like,
you
a
imagine?
physicist? The only thing that matters to me is we found the found the ore. Step
take a
1,
shot.
hit the top part until it explodes. And then go for the pure copper ore chewy center. And then back over at the thingamabob. Take that copper, make it into ingots, which we then turn into wire. Feed the machine, upgrade the thing. Oh my goodness, and also look at this.
Everyone must feed the machine.
It looks like we now have a
so
bed
fancy.
chamber. I call top bunk. And not just that, but
Man, the OG hub looked pretty.
look over here. We got our best
Hey.
friend. Oh, and not just that. You can actually use the toilet. Here,
No
take some of
way.
this copper I made. And by that, I mean 1 copper. And then we flush it. Yes,
Oh, that's so
excellent.
funny.
Get it all over the floor and my shoes. Okay, great. And now back to rapid fire.
It actually looks pretty sick.
Upgrade. Select milestone. Add the stuff that it needs. See, there's
The
a thing I
difference
don't
between the first upgrade and the second one is so massive.
have.
It was
See
like
that
an
it's
empty shell
concrete.
to,
And then
like,
see that I
fully
can scan
furnished
for
and
limestone. And then I go find the limestone. Excitedly
there's a middle
slide on the
ground
ground to get to it. Triumphantly defend ourselves from the local wildlife. Thank you for your sacrifice. And then stabby until
love
I
the
extract a
physics.
lot of stuff. Turn that limestone frown upside down by turning it into concrete. Shove it in the machine. High five that button. And so on and so forth.
Okay.
Give the thing to the thing. Push the thing. Watch as things change
Gotcha.
again, I think. I actually
Is
can't
that, like,
tell
the
the
basic
difference on
progression?
this one. Head back in, go to Hubbub Upgrade 6.
I was expecting this to be like crazy amounts of like conveyor belts and auto production already.
Laugh
Seems like there's a
heartily
lot
at
of
the things
layers
it
at the
wants because
beginning
it's
before
so
you get there.
easy for us. And before you know it, we're not even alone on this planet anymore. Oh my goodness, look at this. We've made a friend. Are you trying to
cool.
land? How about I just stop you? What do you think of that? Aw, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean what I said. Come on back down. Everything's safe. Just kidding. Aw.
He's enjoying that way too
Okay,
much.
I think I've worked it out of my system. I swear, I'm actually gonna let this thing land this time. And scene. Our very own transport pod thing. At least I think that's what it is. The good news is Tier 0 is done. Now
Okay.
we're on to glorious Tier 1, which is gonna be the foundation for all kinds
Wait, he doesn't know what it is? Hasn't he played this a bunch?
of
Or is
stuff.
this
Here's
like
what
a
I plan to
new
do with our little
aspect?
base here. I want everything to come to me. I don't want to have to wander all over the place to find stuff. I want to be able to look at my base and be like, ah, yes, that old thing. I can find anything I need here. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds kind of organized. Don't worry. It'll be fine. Head on up to the stuff sticking out the top. Smack, smack, explode. And then, luckily, to make new stuff, we don't have to go back to base. We can just make it on site here with the crafting bench and the equipment workshop. It's like having a convenience store anywhere you want it, and it's only for you. Anyway, they're worth keeping around for stuff I may need, because you can build
That makes
actual
sense.
equipment here. In
I
this
do that
case,
in
a portable
Core Keeper.
miner. Because we need a few of these, because they're needed to make the bigger miners. Okay, now we can take this little mining building, and it snaps right onto the node.
There we
And
go.
there it is. What a beaut. And now that that's done, we're gonna scan for all the various nodes nearby, and then put miners down on all those too. And we'll know when our work is done because they'll have a check mark next to them, which means that all 4 of these ones right here will go from just being white like this to looking more like this. I mean,
Wow.
one of them doesn't have one, because while
like
a lot of
magic.
these built just fine, for some reason we're having trouble overcoming this giant boulder in the way. Anyway, that handles all the iron nodes for now, as well as any nearby copper nodes, and also this limestone one. And now that that's done with, it's time for my favorite part. The part where we attach conveyor belts to this mysterious black hole where stuff comes out. Okay, out you go, little conveyor belt. We'll just do a quick one so we can see how it looks. Ah, yes, it's perfect. There's
And I'm assuming he's just going to pile iron over the entire planet. What if you covered the entire surface of the planet with spawned items?
no minerals coming out yet because we haven't given the thing power, which is why this is pulsing red. We're gonna run these conveyor belts first, all the
I
way
wonder how
back
they
to our
optimize
hub.
this
And that
game so it
means
doesn't
running
just
all the
destroy
belts. And in
PCs.
fact, why not have this one zigzag across
With lots
this
of
one?
stuff
Yeah,
going
look
on.
how good this looks. Finally, a little art. Anyway, they're all connected now. And
Of course.
I decided that this little corridor is
Of
going to be
course.
the central thoroughfare,
Oh
you know, for
my
all of our
God.
conveyor belt needs. And I do mean
This
all
is
of
somehow
them.
worse
and
than the
eventually
mining
they all
one I
do
just
stop
watched.
right around here, right outside of the hub. And now the next thing up is getting
just looks like a
electricity
month ago.
working, which over on our base thingy is where these things come into effect. Behold.
At first, it just kind of looked like a racetrack, but then once all of the layers got smashed together, it's like, okay, here's the madness I expected. This is
Biomass burners. You remember all those leaves we collected? Well, now we'll be able to use them for something. delicious fuel. But first we need to run power to everything. So we'll just drag a power line from that thing over to here. Yep, like that. And there's 2 of them, so we gotta do it twice. There we go, connected them both. And now it's just about running these power lines pretty much anywhere we want. In the water, fine. All the way up here onto this thing, yeah, sure, why not? Okay, now everything is connected. And now back over at the biomass burners. The only thing left to do is pull the switch. And watch as I blow a fuse. What do you mean? Is this not enough power? What do I gotta do, math to figure this out? Oh, I see. I have to do a little reading. It looks like all of our factories consume upwards of 45 megawatts. And it looks like each one of these generators do 20 megawatts. Luckily, we can build these biomass burners all on their own, which is actually far more convenient anyway. Because instead, I'm gonna build them over here near this stuff. Just like one here, and also one right there, and then maybe one here. And what the hey, why not a 4th one? And right between all of them, we're gonna put a storage container, which inside this thingamabob, we're gonna shove all of our plant matter that we found. But that doesn't feel like enough. We can do better than that. Well, with all this glorious foliage out here, might as well just run around and siphon it all up. I like to think of it as doing a little landscaping. Whoops, looks like we missed some bushes, and whatever that is. No problem, easily handled. Gimme, and gimme, and you get a
don't put him into the don't put him into the bio furnace.
Little nudge.
No.
Oh, I'm sure it's just sleeping. Anyway, now we have plenty of stuff. Actually, more than enough stuff. This container's all the way filled, and we have so many more leaves left. Well, that's fine. We'll just build more of these. How about 4, in fact? 1 for each generator. Now all we need to do is run some conveyor belts in an organized fashion, each to their own generator, just like so. And there they go. And then making their way to these various generators to do the hard work so we don't have to. Let's go ahead and reactivate our power. Ah, there we go. And look, there it goes. The true mining has begun. Yes, that's the spirit. Minerals for days. This isn't the end of their journey, though. These minerals do eventually reach the end of their conveyor belt. And near the base, too, we got this really cool looking monument thing. And you know what I especially like about it? It's verticality, which kind of has me wondering, can we just build stuff like above this? For that, though, we're gonna have to unlock some stuff. Over here in the tier 1 base building milestone, we're gonna need to use some of these foundations. So let's feed the base. Oh, joy, and now it's back to a fancy button. 1, 2, 3.
Why does the base to me feel almost like an eldritch horror that just ceaselessly hungers for more?
Launch, devouring and there goes our supplies right into the upper atmosphere. Or are you? Bye-bye. Yeah, I don't actually know if that's gonna affect some stuff. I'll just put the hub back down and I guess we'll learn together. What I can tell you is the thing is still gone. And if I look directly into the sky, beautiful clear skies and 1 weird little pixel. Hey, what is that pixel anyway? Wait a minute, that's the thing I eliminated from existence. Oh wait, it's coming back, apparently. Oh, and here it is. Again. Okay, I see, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Milestone exchange concluded. Okay, well great. Now we have foundations, which is what we're gonna use to build above our hub. At least that's the plan.
Flying Let's do some. And then, like, on your journey to make contact to do a delivery, you just get unmade.
Vertical building and see if it works. And it sure seems to be. We can build across too. Well, so far so good. This does appear to be directly above the base. And now the question is, can I build something on top of this? Let's experiment by putting a smelter there. Smelt ore into ingots. Yep, looks like it's possible. And we'll go ahead and put that right in the middle. And then from here, we're gonna do some more building up. And then across to make an entirely new level again. And then I can place another smelter. Okay, great. Yes, this is looking...
It's like a lasagna of factories.
Oh, so great so far.
So remember what I said earlier about being able to place things anywhere and doing whatever you want?
And I kind of like having just 1 machine per floor. It gives us room to grow up, that is. And with us having all of these materials here, we're gonna need a lot more than 2 smelters. Good thing I spent some time building more stuff. Oh boy, and it looks like each one is a little less lined up than the last.
Kind of looks like a skyscraper.
And now all we need to do is run these things all the way up there. Honestly, shouldn't be too hard. If I just click and then hold, I can make these go a little bit higher. And then thankfully from here, we can just get it
to me is if you piled them on to, like, I don't think these have physics, like that one mining game, but it'd be interesting if you made one large conveyor belt and you just dumped like 50 of them onto it, so that it would just became this highway of like rock slop that's just like falling all over the place.
Connect all the way up here like this. Ah, that was easy. In fact, you know what?
As a
I think
fellow
we
of
have too much
chaos, I'm
space
being
up
inspired.
Here. Let's go
right
ahead
now.
and highlight these 3 things and trim this down to a perfect 3x3 grid. And there we go, nice and even. Now all we need to do is connect this thing right here.
Can you delete the foundations to it too at that point?
So to connect every machine to minerals with a whole beautiful system of dragging our stuff up as high as it'll go.
God,
and what
dude.
an eyesore too. Who doesn't love their spaghetti
This looks
airborne?
like a gumball machine in the 90s.
I know I do. Okay, so now we got a couple of things covered, like copper ingots as well as iron ingots.
Maybe
and
I
we've also
shouldn't
got
build with player
limestone
freedom,
turning into
actually.
concrete. Oh, and you know I got.
Maybe this is too much freedom. Maybe players shouldn't have this.
Gotta wonder something. If we go over here and use the hub and then launch another pod, is this thing gonna?
I apologize. Every time I hear the hub, I think of the hub, okay? Not this hub. You guys know what hub I'm thinking about. I know. The internet has made me sus, okay?
Be able to leave? Yep, doesn't look like anything's gonna stop this. Well, that's nice to know.
At the end of the
Besides,
day,
I don't
you
think it's
always
going
return
anywhere
to the
anyway.
hub, though.
I think it's just gonna stay up there till it comes back down.
I mean,
and then when it
keep it
makes its
orange.
return trip, it does the same thing, using the
Oh my
platforms for
God.
leverage before landing smoothly. The future's got cool technology. Now, the
Hell
next thing
yeah,
we need to
dude.
work on is building the space elevator, which if you look at it in our building stuff, shouldn't be that hard
I mean, so like, you know, what's happening there, obviously. It's just an animation attached to the thing. It doesn't have any physical properties, probably.
to build. In fact, I already have most of the things we need. This concrete in particular should be pretty easy. All I have to do
you
is
get, like,
step
a
off
ship
the
you can
edge,
fly
drop
around in?
down a
That'd be pretty
floor,
cool.
and wouldn't you know, this one's making concrete. Now, this wire, on the other hand, we don't have a machine for this, but we do now, and belt goes in there. To make wire, though, we need this
boy.
belt to connect to
Okay.
copper, which is down here somewhere. At least I think it's down here. Ow. Oh, yeah, there it is. And we're going to
It's
want
gotta
to
be a
send it down to
nightmare
the
to
other
sort
side of
through.
this container. Okay, so let's pull the copper out through here, send the conveyor belt over
Okay.
yonder, and then just find a place where it'll work, build that piece too, and then before you know it, copper's arrived at our constructor,
God.
and out comes the wire. Giant, beautiful spools
Cool,
of
now we
copper.
can build
In fact,
anything
while we're at
endlessly.
it, since we're going to need stuff that makes iron plates, iron rods,
Although one downside is you do have to go back to that generator at some point and feed biomatter into it, right?
screws, and cables. I went ahead and built constructors for those too. We got iron ingots going in to
Who
turn
knew
into
you
iron
could build such an elaborate system just powered on leaves, by the way?
plates, not to mention other iron ingots,
Truly the
popping out
future.
to make iron rods that are then getting transported all the way to the top conveyor belt, and then shoved into another machine to make screws. And of course, we can't forget about the copper wire, which goes in looking like
course.
this, and then comes out looking like cable. And now that we have all the supplies we need, let's build the space
Fiber optic
elevator.
cable,
Oh
please.
God. You know, looking at it now, I don't think this is gonna fit. It seems a little
man.
too big for the space provided. Okay, just this once, we're
God
gonna make this
damn.
platform bigger. Okay, there
What
we
is
go.
this?
The
It's
impossible
huge.
is now possible. And there it goes, getting built. And if I
He's building
recall,
an
it does a
orbital
little
laser.
song and dance, or whatever we want to call this. And then I think something else is supposed to happen, but I can't remember quite what it is. Oh yeah. Oh, you know, never mind. I remember now. It's
the heck
burned into
is
my
this?
memory forever. And there you have it. Our very own space elevator. And what's that above this?
Oh.
Is that new? It looks like there's more stuff up there. I guess we'd have a
Whoa.
better idea if it wasn't so cloudy. Well, either way, let's see what this has to offer to us. So basically, we need to get through phase 1, also known as make smart plating. 50 to be exact. And you're probably like, what are smart plates? Well, I'm so glad you asked. We actually unlock it under tier 2 under part assembly.
another
which
shot.
also unlocks a bunch of other advanced stuff. Assemblers, rotors, modular frames,
Okay.
all of which I think we're gonna need to build that thing. Well, be careful there. You're gonna hit the
Oh,
space
is he building a
elevator.
spaceship?
On your way up to that thing, oh, hey, we can see it now. Oh, and I guess that's where our little transport thing goes. Up to the mothership. And now that this is unlocked, this is how it's gonna work. We need to shove
Can you go
components
up
into
there?
here so that it can get sent up here to whoever lives up there. Although first I need to know if we can keep building
Okay.
up, because I sure would like to know if we can keep building vertically.
Wait a
since
minute,
it's
is he gonna
so
just build
fun.
his
And the good
factory
news
up
is it
there
looks like we
manually?
can indeed build right through it. I think it's highlighting
my
yellow to
God.
let us know it's going to clip through things. As if we care. In fact, I think it looks better this way. Anyway, this is how smart plating works. To make it, we need
Oh,
these
God.
two things. Reinforced iron plates and rotors. Once we
Yeah, I'm I literally love that at the beginning of this. I'm like, I like to make it so people can clip through to do anything, and now I'm like, wow, this has changed my mind.
we have both of those things, we can run a belt from each into this assembler, but to make reinforced iron plates, we'll have to combine plates and screws, and rotors are a combo of rods and screws. So basically, you need 3 assemblers. It would be
insane if he like just built all of the conveyor belts wrapped around. Oh my god. I'm seeing the one in the background behind me right now. Oh my god, the freaking everything that he builds.
Well, like I guess it's a good thing I built those then. Now it's just a matter of configuring each one. You will make reinforced iron plates, which means hopping down here. This won't kill me, will it? Oh, nice somersault. And by that, I mean using the conveyor belts to climb all the way back up. Pull a conveyor belt out of here, which is where the iron plates are coming from, and then send them past the space elevator using this absolutely abysmal looking system to get the plates up there. But hey, it's hard to argue with success. All that matters is that...
What if... Yeah, I'm just curious if you can just build all the way up to the point where he's like at the elevator on its own.
They made it to the machine, and then we just head on over to the screws and do it again. And yes, by do it again, I of course mean to add on to this thing. Yes, what a visual splendor. And now we only need to do this 4 more times. Thankfully for when we're gonna make rotors, one of the things we're gonna need is screws, which thankfully we already have up here. So all we really need to do is run a splitter. And once we have that, we can just split them off and feed them into the next machine. And similarly with these rods, we're gonna use a splitter and use that to send rods up off and feed it.
It kind of looks like that's going on too. Look at all of these like crazy lines and stuff. The natural. He's basically creating that. If anything, it fits the planet.
All we need to do is run a splitter, and once we have that, we can just split them off and feed them into the next machine. And similarly with these rods, we're gonna use a splitter and use that to send rods up above. Yes, yes, come with me. Join this masterpiece. And now that we have the reinforced iron plates being made, as well as the rotors, we just have to wait for them to do their thing until we have enough of them. Then it's time to take them and feed them into the next machine, where they will make the smart plating. And then that smart plating goes into the space elevator. Wow, just look at it go.
Ah, beautiful.
And that means loading is
beautiful
done.
And most importantly, perfectly optimized, as all things should be.
Now seal it with a kiss and watch as it plunges. And now send. Uh-oh, and it looks like it's getting ready to send. Or is it? Can't be.
You always got to give it a little kiss shot.
Too sure about that. Distribution platform completed. Yeah, it looks real complete to me. Oh, it's so peaceful all of a sudden. What about you up there? Oh, hey, that thing's still up there.
No way.
Whoa. Oh, and it seems to be growing exponentially. Either I pissed it off, or this is what happens when you feed the space elevator. I wonder if they're as confused as we are how it built off nothing. Oh, okay, bye. We'll just go ahead and put it where it was now, as we watch it build up and through all of our stuff again. Ugh, it's so weird every time. I couldn't help but notice this thing is still taking the smart plating, and the reason for that is phase 2 needs not only those, a whole 1,000 of them, but then also these 2 things. Well, let's get started. As you can see back down here at the hub, we now have tiers 3 and 4 unlocked, which is good because the next thing I want to focus on is coal power, because it's only a matter of time until I run out of biomass. In fact, look at this. Some of the machines have already run out, which means eventually our power is just gonna stop. So let's get this one underway. Oh, how I'll never get tired of watching that thing clip through all my stuff, and then fly up to all that stuff up there, and then park some rots. I mean, I get it. I love to sit and rot too. I don't even think I would have come back. So the first thing we need to do to get coal working is we need to locate where the coal is. Hey, see, there it goes. What did I tell you? We ran out of power. Never has there been a better time to find coal.
What you need to do is you need to power it on oil. It's extremely cheap. Oh no.
Looks like the closest is this one.
Real.
Well, time to get going. Good thing we can speed it up by sliding. You know what's nice too? If ever I feel like I'm lost, all I really need to do is look around, and eventually I'll find this. A factory that looks like a 3-year-old's coloring book. And that's how I know I will always be safe. Okay, getting closer. Only 350 meters away. Oh good, I think I found it. But we have new problems. Like that I'm taking damage just for being in here. But hey, look, I found it. Blah. Great, here's our coal. Thankfully, we can put down a miner from all the way back here. It's that easy, as well as conveyor belts, which I'm gonna slowly run all the way back home. Here's the thing, though. I have a certain aesthetic I'm going for here. If you recall, back over here at my other mining facilities, we have a certain flow. And by that, I mean everything is running through this one space. And so we're gonna continue that, you know, to maintain the beauty of my factory. So what I mean to say is, we're gonna run this conveyor belt all the way around, instead of straight across, which is why from this miner
oh my god, dude. Seeing it from the distance is crazy.
Here, it goes up here, then all the way down this cliffside before heading into the water and then back out again. And then finally...
Why do I feel like this would make an amazing slide slash roller coaster situation?
Back over to the green part of the game. Run free with the local wildlife until eventually you pop out where
Not like
our
he's ever
biomass
built an
burners
unhinged
are.
roller coaster
and then we're
before,
back
right,
in
chat?
home sweet home.
Right?
I did also run around and grab a whole bunch more plants because I still need these things running for just a little while longer. Just long enough to get the coal running. Oh yeah, there it goes. Sweet, sweet coal. That sure
Beautiful.
is taking its sweet, sweet time.
And clean,
How long
too.
is this going to take? Excellent question. Let's find out.
Humanity's like speedrun destroying the environment. We can't help ourselves.
It took 45
Even the
minutes.
games we
45
play,
minutes for
we
it to reach
contribute
the rest of
greenhouse
my
gases.
stuff. And this isn't even counting all the time it's going to take for it to go down this
I love that he specifically built it to clip through a rock. Like, I can tell the path. He doesn't make a big thing of it, you know what I mean? But literally, he saw the rock and he's like, this is what I'm going to do.
conveyor belt all the way
Any
over
busted thing he can do, the answer is yes.
to this thing. So I guess it's a good thing I
And I'm
ran
here
by
for
all
that.
the other coal locations and then added miners to all of them. I sure hope that means we have enough coal now. Also, the process isn't done yet. Even
Oh
after
my
we find a
God,
place
dude.
to put the generators, you may notice there's 2 ports on the end.
This just reminds me of when I turned my TCG card shop simulator into a ball pit. I literally made a section I put all of the discarded boxes into, and I would make the people walk through the ball pit until they get to the cash register.
This one on the
It was
right is where we
beautiful.
bring in the coal, and this one on the left is going to be for water. Because while this thing works, it needs to be cooled. And yes, what I'm saying
I'm
is
just
we need to
imagining
bring
this
water
thing
to it, all
blasting
the
water
way
all
up
over the
there,
place.
which is of course going to involve building more platforms. Because the things we need
Of
to make,
course.
like this water extractor, it requires copper sheets, which luckily is easy. It's just copper ingots turned into sheets. But we still got to make the machine that can do it, and make sure that we have copper going into it. You know the drill at this point. Basically just run around and survey all this garbage until we see somewhere that has copper. And I don't know, this machine looks like it can spare some.
Do an
Otherwise there
extender.
wouldn't be a queue. So we'll just add a conveyor splitter, pull some of that copper away, and there we go. Crisis averted.
Beautiful.
Horrific mess extended. And now that we've got these things being manufactured, now we can make all kinds of fun stuff, because we're also going to have to mess with pipes. And luckily right down at the bottom of our big tower, there is
cool,
a whole bunch
another
of
layer.
water. So I got a feeling we can just pull from here. If it's good enough for that thing, it's good enough for us. See, the water extraction thingy fits perfectly. Except you see that port where the water's going to be pumped out
the
of?
butt.
We're actually going to rotate that over this way. I swear this will make sense. Because after all, we can't just take the pipe and just run it straight on over to this thing. No, sir, we have a system, which is to say this pipe network
Everything
needs to
must
flow
go
through the same
through.
corridor as everything else. After all, this is how water wants to be traveling, right? And I'm realizing
I think
something I
so.
can actually do here is that I can actually run these pipes straight up like this. And actually, for that matter, we also have conveyor belt lifts used to move resources between floors. I don't know, our system seems pretty effective, so I don't think
my
I'll be
God.
going straight up the side of the building. This just seems so much more classy. Yes,
Now,
that's
this
what
looks
we'll
like a
call
tube
that.
slide.
Classy. So very classy. I like it. It's like a water park gone horribly wrong. And now
Literally what I was thinking.
that the coal is also
I wonder, like, every time it's just like, let's add
going
another
in
layer
there.
of
Now we
tubes up
have
to the
nice
top.
fresh coal power. Or actually, I
Jesus.
don't think it's working. What do you mean you're not getting any water? I mean, the water thingy appears to be working, or at least it's on. And if we look over at the pipes, look at that. That's a good thing. That means that water is actually pumping through it. All right, explain to me what's going on. Okay, I see. We're getting okay flow rate. And as we can see as we go further down,
Oh,
things
do
are
they
still
account
pumping
for
like they
uphill?
should. I don't know. So far, so good. Even as we enter this mess where all of our conveyor belts are, it looks like the flow is still pretty all right. But as the pipe keeps going and we get closer to this thing, the water is now
Yeah.
just non-existent. No problem, easy fix.
So you
All
need,
we
like,
need
power
to
to it or
do is
something?
make
Or pump?
pipeline pumps. Attaches to a pipeline to apply
okay.
head lift. Well, those were some fancy words,
Beautiful.
and I'm not
More
an
stuff to
engineer,
add
but
to
I think
the-
what it means is
to
once
the
I build
tower.
one of these things, it starts doing whatever it's supposed to do. In this case, I think it's really getting the flow rate up, because if we head way
I should
further
call it.
down, what used to be empty is now all the way full. Well, good, that seemed
Hell
easy.
yeah.
And it carries on even as far as this pipe, where
Add it to the Tower of Doom.
it's not quite as much. And then if we head up here and look at this pipe, oh no, nothing is there. Whatever, I'm sure more pumps solve everything. See, there it
No, there's
goes.
just 50
Anyway,
pumps
you
on
get
this
the
goddamn
idea.
thing.
Basically, the pumps do the hard work of making sure this water keeps flowing. And
Jesus.
excitingly, this process works.
so
And it
funny.
works all the way to the coal factory, which is now online and working like it should.
As a
We've
fellow
done
agent of chaos, I salute you, sir.
it. We have sweet, sweet coal power running. And since we have 7 lanes of coal, obviously we're gonna need 7 generators and 7 total water pipes. No problem, I'll just build as
I would
many
love to build a monstrosity like this and then invite one of my, like, VTuber friends and into like a co-op session just to have them observe, because I have a few friends that are like very organized and they're very proper, and it's always really funny. Showing them the madness.
Will fit in the river, but whatever. If it works, it works. And boy, howdy, does it work!
Oh
this
my
definitely
God,
didn't take me hours and hours of time to make sure that water would flow through all of these individual pipes, so we can get water all the way to the very top. But what's important is it worked. All the coal factories, all the way down, all work like a charm now. And now I'd love to celebrate this momentous occasion by sending more crap into the space.
Don't you need to reroute the coal back to power all of your things, which are at the bottom?
Elevator. Doesn't seem too hard, we'll just make versatile frameworks and automated wiring. No problem. We just need to head over to Tier 3 and unlock basic steel production, which gives us a foundry, which the iron ore and the coal combine to make steel ingots, which we can then use to make steel beams and steel pipes. And before you know it, a versatile framework is born. And oh my goodness, we're having twins. And into the space elevator they go. And now that that's done, all we need to do is head over to Tier 4 and right on over to advanced steel production, which gives us industrial beams, stators, motors, and finally it all comes together to make automated wiring, which is now being shoved into the
you won't be building anything insane with that
elevator. And all it costs us to set this up is a whole bunch of more machines and a more horrific amount of conveyor belts.
God, dude. Oh my god. I was waiting for some sort of client. Oh, Jesus. Look at all of the pipes. God damn.
Add something, I gotta drag more minerals all the way up. For example, when we needed concrete for those encased
I was like, how does it get worse?
Industrial beams, we had to take this concrete, run it all the way up, and then it climbs basically up the entire tower. All the way from here up to about here.
Why does it just look like a stack of paper clips?
Till it eventually peels off to go into one of these machines. And then before you know it, the elevator...
I think another aspect of this is how much time that this must have taken.
It is full and sealed.
Thank God
but
for
before
YouTube
we send all that stuff off,
monetizing this so people can professionally...
I had kind of a thought, which is looking up at all of our stuff. We're not that far from this thing, so I kind of wonder, can we stand on top of it? And the only way we're gonna know for sure is if we build up to it. And that's why I built this thing. It's not quite a tornado, more like a twisty thing. And you may notice the higher up we got, there seems to be some structural problems. Because the higher up we got, we started to run into some invisible walls, presumably because of how close we are to this thing. And for a while I could just go around it, but at a point I just couldn't keep building.
Look at that frame
Luckily
rate.
we're able to remedy that issue by building off to the side, which not only serves its purpose, but looks great. And you might be wondering, why did I build so high? Well, I can demonstrate why. You would think I could just jump down, but no, there's an invisible barrier. Observe!
So you had to build above the invisible
but now here we are walking on a flat surface I guess we just can't see. And what's great too is if we just look at the space elevator.
You think the devs ever considered that someone would do that? I guess they must have because of the block around the sides, but I wonder what is the actual limits they put on it. This is funny because for me, there's a glitch in my game where you can actually build yourself out of the map via like accidentally merging yourself in with the clipping furniture, and it like knocks you out of it. So in theory, I think you could build outside of your actual hotel, like just in the universe. I guess I shouldn't say that while watching one of his videos.
Later, we can access it from here. So now it's time to send and see what happens. Okay, well, so far so good. I've seen nothing happening. Nope, that was something all right. Whoa. Okay, now things are moving. Or, well, things were kind of moving. Oh, maybe this is it. This is all that's happening.
Oh, shit.
I see. Well, I'm glad to see the space elevator is still building while I fall to my death. The sacrifice was worth it to see you grow big and strong.
You don't even have access
really enjoying the view from my corpse. Well, this has been a fun start. I'm really enjoying building vertically. And the nice thing as we look at our weird creation is we clearly have lots of room to grow. I want to thank Opera GX again for sponsoring this video. Link in the description if you want to check it out for yourself.
But wait,
so I hope you had fun. I know I did. And I'll see you next time.
The amount of time to do all of this too is really what like makes it also extra impressive. Yeah, that was a bit traumatizing, I'm not gonna lie. I may have to reconsider building restrictions, although to be honest, if a man wants to break, let him brook, you know? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A monument to chaos, an effigy, if you will. But thank you so much, guys. If you enjoyed watching, you know, go check him out. If you haven't already, I'm sure you probably have. But if you haven't, go give him a sub. He clearly puts a lot of time into it. And then editing this madness, God, there must be so much footage. Yeah, thanks so much. And if you enjoyed myself and my content, toss me a sub, use the hype thing, you know, all that stuff. It really helps me out. And if you want to see me on Twitch and all those things too, if you're curious about my game dev journey, yeah, check it out. But yeah, have a good one. Bye.